So in this lecture we are going to discuss related to basic terms of welding defect identification, how to check welding. So in this welding defect inspection or identification, we will see these 5 points: how to select the probe angle, skip distance, that is full skip distance and half skip distance, beam path, then scanning area and probe speed, scanning speed. So these are the two plates. So these are the two plates which is joined with the help of one V joint, V weld. This is groove angle which is denoted by alpha. So there are three methods of selection of probe angle, and it depends on this groove angle alpha. So first method based on groove angle. So here we consider probe angle phi is equal to 90 minus alpha by 2. So where alpha is equal to groove angle and phi is equal to probe angle. So this is the first method by which we can select the probe angle. Suppose this angle is 45, then 90 minus 45 divided by 2, whatever the answer, you need to consider that probe angle for inspection of this welding. Second method, as per AWS, that is the first one 0 to 30, it is related to thickness of plate. This is American Welding Society. So 0 to 30 mm thickness, 70-degree probe is useful. 30 mm to 40 mm thickness of plate or component, we need to inspect the component with the help of 60-degree probe, and greater than 40 mm, 45-degree probe is useful. So this is the second method of selection of probe. Third method, as per approved procedure. So third way of selection of probe angle is as per the procedure approved by any competent person or client. So the third method is related to the client. Whatever the procedure or the instruction given by client, the probe angle will be selected. So in case, for example, there is a one company D Wind in Kolhapur, which is the manufacturer of windmill, and they are producing tower of windmill. So as per as the client, they have given one procedure. So in that procedure they recommend execution of two different probes for a single inspection of weld. So for single inspection they recommend either 45 or 60 or 70 or 60. So they have given the instruction for selection of probe angle. So this is the third method. So first method, as per the groove angle, we can select the probe angle. Second one, as per the standards and it depends on thickness of material. So 0 to 30 70-degree probe, 30 to 40 mm 60-degree probe, and more than 40 mm thickness 45-degree probe angle. So this is the selection of probe angle for welding inspection. So basic terms of welding. You have familiar of this image on the previous lecture. So let us see the terminology and its formulas. So first, skip distance calculation. So there are two types of skip distance, that is half skip distance, which is shown over here, full skip distance, which is shown over here. So HSD, that is half skip distance, FSD, it is full skip distance. So concentrate in this triangle. If you apply the trigonometrical relations, so tan phi is equal to BG upon AG. So tan phi is equal to opposite side divided by adjacent side. So BG divided by AG. If you see the terminology, BG represents half skip distance. BG represents half skip distance, and this AG represents thickness of component. This BG represents half skip distance of inspection, and this AG represents thickness of component. So tan phi is equal to half skip distance divided by thickness of component. We need half skip distance. So half skip distance is equal to thickness T multiplied by tan phi. As we know the angle probe, because we selected in the previous step thickness of component, it is known to the inspector. So we can calculate this half skip distance with the help of value of thickness of component and the tan phi. So half skip distance, with the help of half skip distance we can calculate full skip distance, which is twice of the half skip distance. So full skip distance is equal to 2 times T into tan phi. If you want 1 and 1/2 skip distance, then we need to multiply with 3T into tan phi. So this is half skip distance, this is full skip distance. These two skip distance are majorly used in welding inspection, that is half skip distance and full skip distance. What is exactly meaning of that skip distance? So scanning is done in between these two vertical lines, means along the full skip distance only. Probe scanning starts here and probe scanning ends here. So we need to inspect this weld within the full skip distance. We need not to inspect this weld beyond this full skip distance. So within this full skip distance we need to inspect this welding joint. So this is full skip distance and half skip distance. So beam path. So HPB indicates half beam path, FBP indicates full beam path. So it is inclined distance, full beam path. It is propagation of sound wave into the material at predefined angle. So as per the trigonometry, cos phi, so cos phi is equal to base divided by hypotenuse. So AG divided by AB. So apply this trigonometry within this triangle. So in this triangle, cos phi is equal to base that is AG divided by hypotenuse that is AB. So AG is nothing but thickness of component and AB is nothing but half beam path. So with the help of this relation, we get half beam path is equal to T divided by cos phi, and full beam path is equal to 2 times T into 2 times T divided by cos phi. So this relation can be rewritten as half beam path is equal to T into sec theta, because 1 upon cos theta is sec theta. So generally it is considered as half beam path is equal to T sec theta and full beam path is equal to 2T sec theta. So it is related to the terminology of welding defect identification. So this is skip distance, full skip distance and half skip distance. Half skip distance given by T into tan theta, full skip distance given by 2T tan theta. Half beam path or half beam path is equal to T into sec theta or T divided by cos theta. Full beam path is equal to 2T divided by cos phi or 2T sec phi. So consider this is the nature of signal with respect to defect in welding. There are multiple types of defect in welding. So this is the correlation in between the type of defect and the response on the screen. See this first column, this diagram indicates plain view of weld. The second column indicates type of defect, and this is screen response, and this is component which is to be inspected. So first one, root bend. So if root bend is present inside the weld, screen gives us this type of echo. If there is a root concavity, then screen gives us this type of response. If there is a lack of root penetration, then screen gives us this type of indication. Suppose there is a root crack, at root, then screen gives us this type of indication. If there is a lack of root fusion, then screen gives us this type of response. If there is a presence of porosity, then also system gives us the different response like this. If there is a slag present in the material, then this different type of response given by the instrument. So as per as the defect is there, system gives us different kind of response. So with the help of response also we get the type of defect. So these are the few examples of nature of signals with respect to defects in welding. So let us discuss about the equipments, or we can say the accessories of ultrasonic testing. So first is transducer, which is also can be known as probes, or it is also called as search unit. So transducer, probe and search units are nothing but the same or single component. So there are three type of probe generally used in the UT method. So first one, normal probe, which seen as per the representation of this first image. This slot is given for connecting the connectors to the instrument. So normal probe needs single connector for connection, because normal probe itself transmit and receives the ultrasound pulse. So the single transducer or single crystal which is presented inside the probe receive as well as transmit the sound wave. So it requires single connector. TR probe. TR probe is also called as dual crystal probe. It is also called as dual crystal probe, which is shown in the second diagram. So see the difference by the representation. So at the inside of this probe, two different piezoelectric crystals are placed. One transmits the sound wave and one receives the sound wave. So it requires two connectors to get the response from the transducer. So first connector is for transmitting the sound wave and second connector is for receiving the ultrasound wave. So this is the difference in between normal probe and TR probe, or we can say dual crystal probe. So in this normal probe, single crystal is used. In the TR probe, two different probes are used, different crystals are used, that is piezoelectric crystal inside the probe. Dual crystal probe requires two different connectors. Normal probe requires single connector only. The third type of probe is angle probe. So the third image represents type of angle probe. If you consider the statistic which is printed on the probe, it is called as 8 by 9 mm, means it is a size of piezoelectric element. 70 degree, it means that this probe transmit the sound wave at 70 degree angle, because this piezoelectric crystal is arranged at 70 degree inside this probe. This 4 megahertz indicates frequency of probe. Frequency of probe. So 70 degree, 8 by 9 mm piezoelectric element and 4 megahertz frequency. This statistic is present on every probe for easy identification of probe. So these are the three different types of probes. So if you see this you can say block which is arranged on the top of slide. So this is the principle of transducer, or this is the working principle of transducer. So ultrasonic machine gives a electric signal. That electric signal received by the probe. This probe convert that electrical signal into sound beam, which is mechanical response. So electrical response can be converted into mechanical response inside the probe. Then this sound beam transmit into test object. it reflects within the object, it receives again by the probe. Probe again converts that sound beam into electrical signal, and that electrical signals synchronized into the ultrasonic machine, and that machine gives us representation of response of the material. So see here, ultrasonic machine emits electrical signal received by the probe convert electrical signal into mechanical response. That mechanical response is nothing but ultrasound pulse. That ultrasound pulse propagates into the material, it get reflect, again it receives by the probe again converts that ultrasound pulse into electrical signal, and that electrical signal synchronized inside the ultrasonic machine, then that machine gives us response. So this is the working principle of, or we can say it is a path of inspection. So piezoelectric material, if you see the inside structure of probe, this is the casing, this is the epoxy plotting, backing material, these are the electrodes, and this piezoelectric element. That piezoelectric element wholly responsible to transmit and receiving the ultrasound. This piezoelectric element helps to convert this mechanical signal into electrical and vice versa. So this is coaxial cable connector. There are multiple types of connector we will see. This is signal wire which is connected to the piezoelectric element. This is the wear plate. Wear plate is used to avoid the wear of probe itself. So we can remove this wear plate after multiple use. So this replaceable wear plate which avoids the actual wearing of probe. So this is the inside structure of probe. So if you see the different types of piezoelectric materials, here we are considering three types of different piezoelectric material. If you consider quartz, it is poor generator of. If you consider lithium sulfate, it is considered as an efficient receiver in ultrasonic testing method. If you consider polarized ceramic, it is efficient generator. Means every piezoelectric material has its own characteristics. So as per as the requirement, we need to consider or we need to select this piezoelectric material for construction of transducer. So type of connector. So this image indicates three different types of connectors. First one is LEMO connector. It is called as LEMO connector. This second image represents mini LEMO connector. First indicates LEMO. It is similar to that of LEMO, so it is called as mini LEMO, which is smaller in size. And this third one is nothing but BNC connector. So first one LEMO connector, second one mini LEMO connector, and third one is BNC connector. So these are the three types of connectors which are used in the ultrasonic testing. So see this video. In this video we will get the types of probes. So this is a probe. see this probe, this is 24 in diameter and 2 megahertz is a frequency of this probe. This is normal probe. So if you see the bottom of this probe, you see here it is only one piezoelectric element. If you see this next probe, it is TR probe. See the difference between the face of probe. Here you find one partition. So this is the partition because two different piezoelectric elements are placed inside the probe. So one is transmitter and another is receiver. So in the normal probe only one crystal is used. In TR probe or in dual crystal probe, two different crystals are used inside the probe. So this normal probe itself transmit and receive the ultrasound. The TR probe needs two connectors because it has two crystals. One is receive and another is transmit. So in normal probe only one connector is used. So this is 2 megahertz and this is 4 megahertz. This is same transducer. One is normal probe and another is TR probe, which has two crystals and normal probe has one crystal. So normal probe requires single wire or TR probe requires two connectors. So see the angle probe now. If you see here, the statistic, it is 8 by 9 mm. It indicates the size of piezoelectric crystal. The another integer shows the angle of probe. Here 60, here 45. 4 megahertz is nothing but frequency of that probe. Yes, 60 degree is the angle. The 4 is nothing but 4 megahertz. In 45 degree angle probe, 8 by 9 mm size of crystal, 45 is the angle and 4 megahertz is the frequency. So these are the different types of probes which are used in ultrasonic testing. So see one by one. First one, normal probe. So if you see normal probe, see this image. This is the probe. These are the connecting cables. This is the transmitted and emitted, and this is the sound beam or sound path. This is the path of sound and it is reflected from the flaw, and this is the test object. So as crystal or piezoelectric crystal is placed inside the probe normal to the surface of scanning, the normal probe emits sound which is perpendicular to the surface, so that it is called as a normal probe. So that it transmits the sound wave and receives the sound wave in a single path. Why? Because it uses longitudinal wave for sound propagation. So in normal probe, longitudinal waves are used. What is longitudinal wave? So when particle vibration is parallel to the direction of sound wave, as shown in this figure, it is a direction of propagation and it is a particle vibration. So if particle vibration is parallel to the direction of propagation, it is called as a longitudinal wave, and these longitudinal waves are used in normal probe directly. So these waveforms are useful to detection of inclusion and lamellar type of discontinuities in base metal. And if you consider the dual crystal probe or TR probe, in dual crystal probe and TR probe, two different crystals are used in this. So first one and this is second one. So two different elements are used inside the probe. So these elements are responsible for transmitting and receiving the sound wave. So first one transmit the sound wave and another one receives the sound wave, which is reflected from the back wall echo, or you can say back wall echo, or you can say flaw. So similarly, if flaw is there, in between the path of sound, then it reflects from the flaw which is presented inside. So first element is responsible for transmitting the sound and another element is useful to receive the sound wave. Okay, so it is the only difference in between normal probe and dual crystal probe, or you can say TR probe. So dual crystal probe here. So dual element transducer contain two independently operated elements in a single casing. So as shown in figure. So this is the first transmitting crystal and another is receiving crystal. This is the casing. One is responsible for transmitting and another is responsible for emitting. One acoustic barrier is present in between the two crystals. So dual element transducer are especially well suited for making measurement in application where reflectors are very near to the transducer. Means in case of the thin material, very thin material, these dual crystal probes are used for inspection of that thin plate or thin type of materials. And suppose the flaw is presented near to the surface, in that type also dual crystal probes are used. So angle probe. So basically angle probes are having three types. First one 45 degree, next one 60 degree, and another is 70 degree probe. So angle probe generates shear wave. It emits shear wave and it transmits shear wave into the material. So what is shear wave? Again we revise this. Particle vibration are perpendicular to the direction of propagation, then it is called as a transverse wave or shear wave. These waves are generated with the help of longitudinal wave itself. When longitudinal wave transmit at predefined angle, it gives us shear wave. So these waves are useful for the detection of weld discontinuities. So here this is the discontinuity presented inside the weld, and it is to be inspected with the help of angle probe. So if you consider the shear velocity and the longitudinal velocity of sound, it has a particular relation. So the velocity of shear wave is approximately half and sensitivity is double to that of longitudinal wave. So consider these are the few types of materials, and these are the velocities of particular material. So if you see here, it is approximately half of that of longitudinal wave. If you consider shear wave is half as that of longitudinal wave. It is approximately half. It is not exactly half, but it is approximately half, and sensitivity is double. So to get better sensitivity in welding joint, we consider or we used shear velocity with the help of angle probe in weld joint inspection. So we will stop here.